Saturday afternoon in New York City, the hum of sewing machines echoed through the upper floors of the Ash building. The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory was bustling, as it always was. Over 500 workers, most of them young immigrant women, were bent over their workstations, focused, tired, and unaware that history was about to be written in smoke and fire. They were seamstresses, some as young as 14. Many had come from Eastern Europe, chasing the American dream, only to find themselves locked in suffocating rooms with no ventilation, no rest breaks, and no voice. Their job? Sewing shirtwaists, blouses that symbolize modernity and freedom for American women. But inside the factory, there was no freedom. The stairwells were narrow, the fire escapes were unstable, and the doors kept locked during work hours. To the owners, it was a method of control. To the workers, it would become a death sentence. At around 4:40 p.m. on March 25, 1911, a small flame ignited on the 8th floor. Some believe it came from a cigarette tossed into a fabric scrap bin. Others say a faulty machine sparked it. What no one disputes is how quickly the fire spread. Within moments, flames leapt from table to table, fueled by lint, cloth, and oil. The workers screamed. Some rushed to the elevators. Only one was functioning, and it made a few desperate trips before failing. Others sprinted to the stairwell, only to find the door locked from the outside. With smoke thickening and the fire climbing, some made their way to the windows. And then they began to jump. Crowds gathered below in horror. Firefighters arrived, but their ladders reached only to the 6th floor. The fire burned unchecked. When it was over, 146 people were dead. Some were burned alive. Some were crushed after jumping. Others died piled against locked exits, mere feet from a chance to survive. The owners, Isaac Harris and Max Blank, were charged with manslaughter, but they were acquitted. In the eyes of the law, they had done nothing wrong. But in the eyes of the public, they were guilty of something far worse: indifference. Outrage swept through New York. Thousands marched in protest. Labor unions gained momentum. Politicians could no longer ignore the cries of the working class. In the wake of the tragedy, more than 30 laws were passed, laws that transformed workplaces across America. Fire codes, building inspections, mandatory fire drills, regulations that forced employers to care about the lives of their workers. The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire did more than expose cruelty. It ignited a movement. Over a century later, its legacy endures. Every unlocked emergency exit, every fire extinguisher, every safety drill traces its roots back to that dark March day. Those 146 lives were lost in minutes, but their memory continues to save lives every single day. The cost was unbearable, but the change was undeniable.